At Society, Chelsea thanks Adam for trusting her to run the company while he's gone. He warns she'll have to keep an eye on Chancellor too. Chelsea will do that and will check in on his sister. Chelsea wishes she could go with Adam to the south of France. They marvel that Dumas could turn out to be Cain's father, or Cain himself. Adam hopes he makes it in time for the fireworks. Chelsea worries about Victor finding out they didn't blow up Billy. Adam says it would be easier to stay there, but his father needs to know about these real estate purchases. He can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen to his family. Chelsea warns Adam not to jump to worst-case scenarios. Adam is having trouble putting a positive spin on this. Dumas is buying up the prime real estate in Genoa City, including the athletic club, which is its heart. Chelsea thinks he and Victor will put the puzzle pieces together and figure out what he's up to. A fight with the Newmans would be a losing battle. Outside, Holden appears and watches them talking. He pulls out his phone and looks at the list of people Dumas wanted him to make contact with, including them. Holden then walks off. Outside Society, Chelsea hopes Adam can let her know what's going on when he gets to Dumas's chateau. He wonders if she's worried that Dumas has murdered everyone and he's next. He'll probably arrive to find everyone lounging and Billy and Victor playing croquet. He promises to come back to her and kisses her goodbye. After he leaves, Holden reappears and holds the door for Chelsea as she goes back inside. He asks if she's Chelsea Lawson. Holden claims he's a big fan of her designs and introduces herself. He wants to buy her a drink and get her advice as he's considering a new career path. Chelsea has to go, but admits her current career path has led her away from fashion. She has a feeling he knew that, though. Chelsea reveals that she saw him at Crimson Lights earlier and asks how he knows Cain. Holden claims he just met him. Chelsea saw Cain giving him marching orders and asks, "What is it you do for him?" Holden chuckles and tells Chelsea she's good. She knows this isn't a come-on since he saw her with Adam. Did Cain send him on a fact-finding mission? Holden insists Cain is not his boss. He was just asking if he lives in Genoa City and for how long. He got the feeling he used to live here himself. Chelsea says that doesn't explain why he approached her. Holden claims he's just a sucker for an interesting and beautiful woman. Chelsea tells Holden he's trouble and a massive flirt. He insists he really is a fan of her fashion designs. She appreciates the compliment, but thinks everything else he said was a lie. "Have a good night," she tells him and walks out. At the hospital, Victoria tells Cole he's looking better, and Claire tells him it's good to see him awake. He needed to see them both again and is just glad they made it back in time. Claire asks, "In time for what?" He says, "For us to say our goodbyes." Tears run from Victoria's eyes. Claire denies it's time to say goodbye. Cole insists he's close to his last breath. He doesn't want to waste it on denial. Claire refuses to let him go so soon after finding him. He has to stick around. He would if he could, but his body is failing him. Claire wants to go get the doctor, but he asks her not to. He's afraid he won't be there when she gets back. Cole can't let them watch him suffer anymore. Claire protests, "You can't give up." She cries that it's not fair. What about all of the things they didn't get to do yet? Cole tells Claire his mother will have her covered. If Victoria falls, they'll catch each other. Cole wants to use this time to tell Claire how grateful he is. He tells her how wonderful it was watching her ride her horse for the first time. "Be brave. You be brave," he tells her. "My proudest moment was being your dad." Claire tells him how proud she is to be his daughter. She recalls how lonely she was when she was little. She wished for a daddy, someone tall, handsome, kind, sweet, and funny. Cole wishes he could have been there for her to hold her hand. Claire asks him not to let go now. He's so much better than the dad that little girl wished for. If he lets go, she'll hold on tight. She urges him to fight and get better. Even though she's grown up, she still needs her dad. Cole tells Claire this is just one chapter in her story. It's a sad one, but they got a second chance to know one another and did their best to make up for the time they lost. Claire has more love and wants more days. Victoria sobs as Claire pleads for a little more time. Cole would if he could, but this is goodbye. Claire cries that she can't stand it and leaves the bedside. Victoria tells Cole that Claire will always remember her father, letting her know how much he loved her. She doesn't want words, but just to sit there with him. Cole gasps. We got our second chance, Vic. Most people don't have love like theirs even once. Victoria doesn't feel like this is happily ever after. He says they got the happy part. Victoria's counting on seeing him in the next life. Cole tells her, I'll be waiting. Losing his breath, he says he knows she'll take care of their daughter. Victoria knows he can't stay, but she'd like to ask him for one last thing. Would you kiss me? Cole wants that more than anything. They share a kiss, and then he's gone. Victoria breaks down. At Crimson Lights, Daniel finds Tessa listlessly stirring a drink on the patio. He asks if she's okay. She's not. She tells him Mariah moved out of the house. Her wife told her they needed time apart so she could fix what was wrong. She pleaded with her not to do this. How can a marriage work when one wife completely shuts out the other? Tessa tells Daniel that Mariah said she'd come back when she's ready, but it didn't feel temporary. Daniel's surprised by all of this. Tessa says she thinks she's protecting them. Daniel told himself the same thing, but leaving can cause more damage. They discuss whether Mariah cheated on Tessa, who says she claims it's even worse. All she knows is that she was thinking about Ian Ward and started drinking. Tessa wants the chance to help, but she won't talk to her. Daniel asks Tessa if he should try talking to Mariah. Tessa thinks she'll just wait a while and see if space will help her figure things out. Being away from her and Araya may be too hard, and she'll come back. Daniel asks how she'll get through it. Is there anything Mariah could have done that she wouldn't be able to forgive? Tessa knows Mariah hasn't found love with another person. She's trapped in pain and misery. Daniel wonders if what she did is beyond what Tessa can imagine. She asks, "What are you trying to say?" She sighs and says she considered that Mariah might be worried about the legal ramifications of whatever she did. But she's not that person anymore. Daniel wonders what if Ian Ward's legacy was leaving Mariah so damaged she couldn't stop herself from doing something she regrets. Tessa talks about protecting Arya from her and Mariah's pain. It's good to have a friend to help her through this. Daniel takes her hands. At least he can be a distraction. Daniel offers to put off guitar lessons if she needs more time to herself or with Arya. Tessa won't hear of it and wants to keep up the lessons. It helps her feel she's putting something positive out in the world. Daniel marvels that he's helping her by letting her help him. He tells her to let him know if she needs to talk or needs anything else. He's there. Tessa nods. I will. At the Overlook, Mariah asks herself, what have I done? She flashes to laughing with the older man in the bar, and his look turns intense as they touch each other. Mariah cringes and cries. Sitting down on the bench, Mariah flashes to holding a pillow and shaking, in shock. Sobbing at the memory, Mariah cries, what have I done? At the tack house, Victoria and Claire remark on how hard it was to leave Cole at the hospital. Claire keeps hoping it was a dream, but he's really gone. They embrace. Claire laments that they won't have any more moments together. They spend time remembering his quirks, and Victoria ends up crying again. Claire worries that she didn't say goodbye. Victoria assures her she listened to what he wanted to say to her. Claire cries that it's not right. They finally found each other, and now he'll never hug her again. Victoria pulls out Cole's favorite jacket and wraps it around Claire. It's almost like he's hugging her. They embrace. Victoria makes tea, and Claire asks her how to do this. She doesn't know how to handle losing someone she loves so much. Victoria hasn't figured that out either. They still have their memories. Cole loved her and knew she loved him. That will get him where he needs to be. Claire asks if she believes in heaven. Victoria does. Claire will carry him in her heart for the rest of her life. Claire and Victoria lament not being able to speak with their loved ones. Victoria's missing her mom and dad and Nick. She's sure if they could call, they would. Claire says they'll have to be there for each other. She needs a little time and says she'll head upstairs after Victoria assures her she'll be fine. Claire gives her mother Cole's jacket before she goes. Alone in the kitchen, Victoria breaks down and sobs. She turns out the light and walks over to one of Cole's books. She picks it up and takes it upstairs with her. Claire comes back down and leaves Kyle a voicemail telling him she really wishes he could respond. I need to hear your voice. It's my dad. I lost him. He's gone. She disconnects and cries. Hello, everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. That's all she wrote for the young and the restless Cole Howard. The ranch hand-turned-writer, played by J. Eddie Peck since 1983, drew his last breath in the July 3rd episode. Recently diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease, the character seemed to have his whole life before him. It was a good one, too. He'd just reunited with former wife Victoria Newman, and they'd been dealt the miraculous shock that the daughter they'd believed dead since birth was, in fact, alive and well and as sweet as pie. But alas, a happy ending wasn't in store for Mr. Nice Guy, whose parents were Psycho Rick Darros and Eve Howard, also a, psycho. Days of Our Lives and Dallas Alum Peck had held the role from 93-99. Then, after a long absence, during which he became one of All My Children's many Jake Martins, he returned to Genoa City in 2023, at which point Cole and Victoria discovered that their late daughter Eve was really the then malevolent Claire Grace. For a while there, Peck was one of soapdom's hottest heartthrobs, but when he came back to the show following his long absence, Cole was reduced to pretty much a singular quality, goodness, which is admirable for sure, but it didn't necessarily track with the character who once started making out with his wife's former stepmother Ashley Abbott while the cat was away. Just a quick shout-out as Cole takes his last breath on the show today, Peck said on social media. And with that, this chapter of my journey on the young and the restless comes to a close. I want to thank all of you, my fans, friends, and soap family, for welcoming me back with such incredible warmth and support. Your messages, posts, and enthusiasm made this return deeply meaningful for me. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, July 4th have Victor staying a step ahead of Cain, Nikki worrying about the future of Chancellor Industries, and Adam making a surprise appearance. On Thursday's episode of The Young and the Restless, watch for Victor to stay one step ahead of Cain. This isn't a big surprise, given that Victor was the only person who knew ahead of Cain's big reveal that he was Aristotle Dumas. Now, we'll see Victor remaining in the power position. Does he know that Cain took a side trip to Genoa City earlier this week? We've seen Victor partially take the wind out of Cain's sails once already. Will he do so again? Maybe Victor will give Cain just enough rope to hang himself so that Cain's master plan will have to be retooled. Victor could know that Cain has been buying up some real estate in Genoa City, or even that Cain has enlisted Holden to do his bidding. Many people in Genoa City stand to be affected by Cain's return, now that his identity as Aristotle Dumas has been revealed. Lily will be dealing with Cain's return on a personal basis, but it's Nikki who stands to be altered the most professionally. On Friday's show, watch for Nikki to be concerned about her late friend's company. Sure, Cain says he doesn't want Chancellor anymore, but if he sees acquiring the late Catherine's company as a way to re-win Lily's love, then there may be no talking him out of his plan. Fortunately, Victor and Nick will both prove to be formidable obstacles to Cain if he tries to go after Nikki professionally. Adam is a man who takes action when he feels he should. He told Chelsea that he was going to France to see Victor and Dumas's other guests. On Friday's episode, watch for Adam to arrive at the party. Armed with the knowledge that Cain was recently in Genoa City, Adam may be in a position to blow Cain's battle plan out of the water. His big scheme could be derailed before it truly gets started. Congratulations go out to the young and the restless vet Melody Thomas Scott. The beloved CBS soap actress was one of many selected by the Walk of Fame selection panel of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce to be honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for the class of 2026. The organization announced the news on July 2nd, with Scott joining soap alums Sarah Michelle Gellar and Demi Moore. As longtime viewers of the Genoa City soap know, Scott has played the iconic role of Nikki since 1979 and has remained front and center with the show for over 45 years. One half of the super couple Nikki and Victor, the actress has delivered stellar performances over the years, filled with emotion and drama, and has kept fans coming back for more. In 2024, she and her husband, young and restless executive producer Edward J. Scott, were honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 51st Annual Daytime Emmy Awards. Again, we send Scott our biggest congratulations and we look forward to seeing her as Nikki for many more years to come. The Young and the Restless has been heating up this summer, but if you think that the Aristotle Dumas identity reveal was the highlight of the storyline, guess again. In a newly released promo video today, The Young and the Restless looks to be keeping viewers and guests on their toes at Aristotle Dumas's estate in the French Riviera. Of course, by now fans know that the infamous Mr. Dumas is actually Cain Ashby, but what we don't know is how he actually became a billionaire in 6 short years. Did he really invest in cryptocurrency and amass his wealth there? Or did he rip off someone along the way who seeks revenge? Cain invited Chance to the estate, or as they're calling it now, the extended vacation, and asked to speak to him alone. While standing in the maze, Cain told Chance that he thought by the end of the week, someone could try to kill him. He didn't say who or why, leaving Chance to figure it out on his own. Chance told Devon, Abby, and Lily about their conversation, and they were confused. Who would want to kill Cain? Why? And what could Chance do about it? Meanwhile, Damien found a set of decorative old knives on the train and picked up a dagger to look at it. He seemed fascinated, but did he accidentally incriminate himself? In the spoiler video, someone is seen carrying the knife. As Lily listens in the maze, Phyllis, Diane, and Jack are startled by something. In a voiceover, we hear Damien telling Cain that he always knew what he was really like. In another scene, Cain slams his fist onto a table. Tempers and suspicions are on the rise in France, and things might not be too nice. Is someone going to get murdered? Assuming the target is Cain, who that we know of would want him killed. And why did he know in advance? Is Cain setting someone up as part of his master plan? Worse, will an innocent party member be the accidental victim? Why bring the character back to kill him? Cole Howard died on the Thursday, July 3rd episode of The Young and the Restless. J. Eddie Peck had played the character on and off since 1993, but the character had been on the canvas even earlier, back in 1980, when the boy played by N.P. Schoch was known as Charles, and he was thought to be the son of Victor Newman. Luckily, that turned out to be untrue and paved the way for Cole and Victoria's romance, and the eventual discovery of their previously believed to be dead daughter, Claire. The revelation that Claire was the long-lost Eve Nicole also brought Cole back to Genoa City, where he and Victoria kind of rekindled their romance, albeit off-screen. But at long last, Claire had the parents she'd always wanted. Victoria and Cole had their daughter, and they were the happy family they'd always wanted to be. So everything was great, if not particularly exciting. And then Cole died. What? What was the point of bringing Cole back to Genoa City and the reunion with Victoria if he was just going to be written off again, this time for good? If the writers didn't want to include Cole in the fun, why not just ship him back to England, keep him in reserve in case they finally thought of something to do with him? Zulea Silver has gained new confidence after reaching a pivotal moment. Zulea Silver's The Young and the Restless character is a sharp go-getter with lots of confidence. The actress has admitted she's different from her soap opera alter ego. However, a special journey has the star gaining more courage. When Silver isn't on the Y&R set, the actress has been busy studying jiu-jitsu. Her journey into the sport began in July 2024. Since then, she's moved up the ranks, earning her stripes. Her hard work has paid off because she's now reached another milestone with my BJJ girls, the actress captioned a pic with her classmates. I can't believe we started this journey a year ago. Getting our white blue belt is so rewarding. I love the newfound confidence jiu-jitsu has given me. I'm not as scared walking down the street alone because I can probably kick your butt, haha. Let's go. Next stop, #jiu-jitsu, #BJJ. Silver's slideshow post included more photos of her and her friends in class, along with a close-up of her new belt. The actress also showed a log of her jiu-jitsu journey, which included 153 sessions and 161 hours. This is truly a huge milestone for Silver. With determination and confidence, she's now aiming toward her blue belt, which is one of BJJ's top rankings. As for whether fans will see Silver's moves on Y&R, the actress replied, "Soon maybe," to to a comment on her post. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of July 7th reveal some twists and turns. Fans can expect Claire Grace Newman to get some comfort from Holden Novak. Meanwhile, Victor Newman could plan a bold move with Adam Newman's help. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Fans watched as Cole Howard said goodbye to Claire and Victoria Newman. After the mother and daughter returned home, Victoria sobbed her eyes out. Meanwhile, Claire was resting. Victoria will need someone to lean on too, especially with most of her family out of town. Could we see Victoria reconnect with Nate Hastings? They did recently have an apology and catch-up session. As the pain and reality become clearer, Claire will look for someone to lean on. The blonde might try to leave some more messages for Kyle Abbott. The only reason Claire isn't freaking out over Kyle not returning her calls is because nobody on that trip can be reached, not even Victor and Nikki Newman. However, Claire is grieving and has already shown to have severe panic attacks, so Holden will likely once again support Claire. After all, that was one of the names on Cain Ashby's list. Over with Adam, he will arrive in Nice to drop critical information for Victor. When Adam gives Victor the information about all the real estate being bought up, including GCAC, Adam will also share with Victor about Chelsea Lawson's disturbing conversation with Cain. Now the guests will find out that Cain left them all there while returning to Genoa City, and they will want to know why. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor came to Nice with a plan already in mind. So, Adam's information could have Victor making a bold move right away. The week of July 7th might also have Phyllis Summers interrogating Cain. There might also be some developments with Chance Chancellor's investigation. Cain thinks someone will try to kill him by the end of the trip. With Damian Cain handling those knives, he could end up a prime suspect. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Claire Newman will turn to Holden Novak when she learns that her father is dying. Claire and Holden are already friends, unfortunately, something that is also ordered by Cain Ashby to make friends with most of the Newman family. What will Victor Newman have to say about Claire's relationship with Holden? Kyle Abbott is in Nice at Cain Ashby's estate, while Kyle is away with Audra Charles trying to take him down as everyone is cut off from access to the outside word. Claire needs Kyle, and yet she hasn't heard the first word from him. Claire needs a shoulder to lean on, and Holden is her friend. Holden knows that Kyle is Claire's boyfriend. However, Holden is there to pick up the pieces as Claire's life begins to fall apart. Claire is stunned when Cole Howard tells Claire and her mother that he is dying. Claire has not had her father long enough to lose him now. Claire will reach out to her friend, who may become more now. Holden will eagerly offer Claire a shoulder to cry on. Of course, Holden will be there pretending to not know why Kyle has not been in touch with her. After all, Holden has been working with Cain behind everyone's back and knows there is no service on the property where everyone invited to the villa in France. Holden may be able to use this to get more information out of Claire. This may also be the end of Claire and Kyle as well. If Claire cheats on Kyle with Holden, this will certainly be the end of them. Will Claire want to be with Holden after Kyle lets her down by not being there for her? What will Victor do about Claire's new romance? As much as Victor wanted Claire away from Kyle Abbott, he would certainly be against this romance as well. Kyle had agreed to leave town and pay Victor $5 million if he ever broke Claire's heart. Claire is certainly heartbroken, especially after losing her father. Claire turning to Holden as a friend made sense in her mind. Claire trusted Holden. Claire may have thought she would make Victor happy by being with Holden instead of Kyle. After all, Claire needs someone to learn on. Will Victor allow Claire to have a friendship with Holden that could be something more? Has Claire made a huge mistake by turning to that man she thought was her friend, only to find out that he is using her? Big changes are coming in The Young and the Restless from July 4th to July 11th, 2025. Fans can buckle up because plot twists and secrets will circle the globe with real estate maneuvers, potential betrayals of trust, and wild twists at the very end that may impact many residents of Genoa City. Cain Ashby's identity and untrustworthy dealings are about to unravel, being brought to light by woeful Chelsea Lawson. Adam Newman will go to great lengths and relocate to deliver information. Victor Newman should be planning a major counterplay now that a new disclosure has come in. In France, Kyle and Audra's entangled love and family drama push the stunned couple to the edge, while Claire and Victoria are left to deal with the tragedy of family loss. In other sad news, Mariah's circumstance worsens, leaving Sharon with nowhere left to turn if she was ever to find peace. With major character exits, hasty returns, and dangerous alliances, the performances to come over the next 2 weeks should leave lasting effects on the entire story and those involved in them. As Chelsea and Adam dig into the curious purchaser of real estate related to downtown Genoa City, she begins to get concerned, which is a good sign because she will also figure out that there is a scam going on there. The spoilers indicate that she will identify Cain Ashby as being involved in his shady deals and probably realize that he was pretending to be Aristotle Dumas. Holden Novak will also be revealed as being involved in the acquisitions, which will substantiate Cain's nefarious plans, and as a result, Adam will have to scramble to France to let Victor know what is going on at home. Adam will have numerous problems getting to the French Alps, but after struggling for some time and arriving disheveled and tired after hiking up the difficult last distance to the estate, he will finally make He will update Victor about Cain and Holden's underhanded plans with the real estate acquisitions, which will give Victor the upper hand and get him thinking of a calculated effort to interrupt Cain's next steps. Cain will be getting ready to return to France, unaware that he might be falling apart. Kyle Abbott will become closer to Audra Charles, while Diane Jenkins shows concern. While Kyle will insist he has things under control, his behavior will indicate the opposite. Spoilers suggest Kyle and Audra will cross a line, creating more complications for Audra's entanglement with Nate and her secret partnership with Victor. Meanwhile, Claire and Victoria will deal with devastating news about Cole Howard's quickly declining health. Claire may have limited cell service, as she is in a remote area, and may struggle to get the news to Kyle in time. Mariah will continue to isolate herself following her split with Tessa, in major distress over a secret she feels she cannot share. Mariah's emotional state will continue to unravel, and Sharon will grow increasingly concerned when she cannot reach her. This storyline will lead to an eventual flashback or reveal about Mariah's rendezvous with the mystery man, which has built the layers of potential fallout. Time is likely ticking before Tessa turns to Daniel for support, foreshadowing more emotional shakeups. Chance Chancellor's investigation into Cain's murder attempt claim is on a dangerous path. While many people will try to affirm that it was Cain who exaggerated the threat, spoiler information indicates there will be an actual attempt on Chance's life. Chance could find himself caught in the crossfire at the very time the actor Connor Floyd is booked to exit the show. A murder mystery could follow if Chance is the victim of attempted murder at just the time when Cain is on his way to France. Anyway, Chance's final scenes will all be aired at that time. Amanda Sinclair will experience backlash from Devin and Lily. She protected Cain, which is a source of tension. She will not throw Cain under the bus, while Lily tries to get answers. That tension will grow when Amanda is given messages from Cain, telling her to take the guest's attention off his absence. Cain asked Holden for intel on the Newmans, including Mariah. Cain found the perfect person to work with on The Young and the Restless. Holden is the outsider of Genoa City. No one would suspect him of anything. He found his lucky break when he met with the self-proclaimed billionaire. Holden is interested in working with Cain. However, this opportunity has strings attached. Cain wants information on the Newman family, particularly Adam, Ital, Abby, Chelsea, Claire, and Mariah. One of these names isn't like the other. It would make sense why Cain would want information on Chelsea. She works and lives with Adam. But what does Cain want to know about Mariah? Does it have something to do with her super secretive business trip? One YNR fan on the soap message boards asked this very question. I can understand Adam and Claire because they are Newmans, and Chelsea because she works and lives with Adam. But why Mariah? The original poster asked. Cain wants to take down everyone's companies. Holden informed him that she had worked for Cassidy. Does this mean that Cain is after Sharon's company as well? Sharon wasn't interested in the business she inherited from Cameron, but she's had a change of heart ever since her trip to the French Riviera. Mariah is a head-scratcher. By the way, with everything Mariah is going through, Will Holden have time to make friends with her? One fan asked. I think Cassidy first and Crimson Lights are on Cain's agenda too. He wants info on who is working for companies. Why? Only Cain can answer that question. Another fan responded. Most fans are surprised by Cain mentioning Mariah. But if you take another look at this list, you'll notice that these people weren't invited to his French estate. Cain is building up a list of people that he wants to watch in Genoa City. What do you think Cain wants from Mariah? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.